The occurrence is all. All is occurring, always. In the cosmic field, immediately after the Big Bang, the occurrence appears as two types of elements in a vast cloud of matter and energy. In the biological field as a primordial genetic molecule, in the soul field as rudimentary sensations. What starts an occurrence field going, this we do not know, but once it comes into being, it goes to work. And it uses a pattern that is both simple and amazing. A pattern that combines things, makes new things out of them and separates them again. From few to many, from simple to complex. It is a pattern of enrichment, and it is in the form of a pulse, an enrichment pulse. In the cosmic field, enrichment occurs in an entity called a star. Through gravity, heat, pressure and radiation, elements converge to form a star. New elements are forged in its core, and when it explodes back into space, the next generation of stars will have a richer variety of elements to work with. In the biological field, which is built from the elements formed in the cosmic pulse, enrichment occurs in an entity called a cell nucleus. By binding genetic molecules together, exchanging sequences between them, new sequences are created, and the next generation of cell nuclei will have a richer variety of sequences to work with. In the soul field, enrichment takes place in an entity called a human being. Through his nervous system with its cognitive, emotional and sensory faculties, or in other words, with his thoughts, emotions and sensations, man takes in soul qualities from the soul field, blends them with those currently stirring in him, and releases a new blend back to the soul field. New blends of soul qualities are created, and the entities of the field will have a richer variety of qualities to work with. For the soul is a field of qualities that include value, security, love, wonder, logic, and more, and all blends between them. In the beginning, there were basic sensations, then basic emotions such as safeness, tension, happiness, further on glimmers of comprehension. Gestures, then language to share thoughts, emotions, and sensations. Soul qualities. A cup of tea with a cookie and a smile, qualities of warmth, affection, appreciation, blending, and then flowing back to the field as gratitude, generosity. A famous scientist sticks out his tongue, a unique quality of clowny genius, serious folly, self-humor. An icon is born, an image, a soul quality available to the field. A recurrent cycle of intake, blending and release, a pulse, an enrichment pulse. And with every pulse, a new blend of qualities flows to the soul field. From the field's perspective, its richness depends on the quality of man's pulse. From man's perspective, his richness depends on the richness of the field. A deal between two that are in fact one. Man enriches the field, and the field in turn enriches man. And man achieves two yearned-for states that appear to be contradictory but are in fact entwined. Individuality, uniqueness of the blend of qualities present in him in every given moment, and belonging through the flowing connection with the soul field. Unity of man and field, richness of man, richness of field. However, man can, as he often does, elude himself that he is separate from his surroundings, that his soul resides inside himself, and that the soul qualities stirring in him are solely of his own making. Blindness to the field, weak intake, weak blending, poor pulse, separation of man and field, poverty of man, poverty of field. So in this vein, a star is an enrichment entity in the cosmic field. A cell's nucleus is an enrichment entity in the biological field. And man? What is man? Man is an enrichment entity in the soul field. This is a world-view in which center stage is given to an ongoing occurrence, not to any object, however extended. A world-view of unity of occurrence in which there is no real division or separation. Field converging into entity, entity unfolding into field, field born from field, from few to many, from simple to complex. In the cosmic field, in the biological field, in the soul field, the occurrence with its enrichment pulse unfolds and creates.